going to discuss about how to write a good SOP. So for better understanding, I divide this video into 8 parts and 16 subparts. So at the end you will have that idea in your mind how to write a good SOP. So let's discuss them step by step and let's get started. So first thing first is introduction. Introduction needs to be very clear. I divide this section into 3 parts, so you will get a clear idea how to write a good introduction, and it's a very important part of our SOP because it's the opening section of our SOP. So starting lines should be very eye-catchy. So you can start with a hook and that captures the reader attention by sharing a personal experience or some fact that relates to your field or study. Second is introduce your interest. So you can briefly mention your interest in the field and why it fascinates you. I will show you my example and I will give you some sample SOPs in description. You can take hint from there. And lastly, background and motivation. You can briefly explain your academic and professional background. Mention what lead you to this field. So yes, this is the introduction. You have to add some starting line that captures the reader's attention. Second, introduce your interest, and thirdly, background and motivation, and that's it. You are done with the introduction. Now move to a second part, which is your academic background. So I divide this part into 2 sections. First is undergraduate study. Whatever your last study, you have to mention that. Provide detail about your undergraduate degree and include your majors, universities, your graduation years. Especially mention key courses, project or research work relevant to the program you are applying to. And second part is academic achievement, which is in which you have to highlight any academic awards or distinctions you will have. Mention any publications or conferences, presentations, anything that you have during your last study. You have to mention that. And yes, it's good if it directly links to your future study that you are going to pursue in near future. Now let's move to the third paragraph, third section, third part of our SOP, which is professional experience. So yes, I divide this part into 2 sections. First is your work experience, in which you have to discuss a relevant work experience including your internship, full-time job or volunteer work. Focus on how these roles have prepared you for the program that you mention, specifically skills or knowledge you gain and learn throughout that program. You just need to relate. Anything will work. Like in my experience, I don't have full-time work. I just mentioned my internships and some volunteer work and you're good to go. If you have, it's great. Second part of this section is roles and responsibilities. Describe your responsibilities and the impact you made in these positions. You just need to tell them that you did this and how you enhanced that area and your progress. Like in my case, I worked in NGO as a volunteer, so I mention and highlight some specific roles, responsibilities, and what I learned and what my work includes. Everything that you have done and that your job needs, you have to relate these 2 things, and that's it. Now move to the 4th section, which is extracurricular activities. Here is only one section, which is your relevant involvement. Like talk about extracurricular activity that demonstrate your leadership, teamwork, or other soft skills. This include involvement in duties, clubs, societies, and services. How they have shaped you, your personality, skills, and your perspective. You just need to write how it's contribute in your development. That's it. Now let's move to a 5th section, which is reason for choosing that country. So like let's take example of Canada. So first is why Canada. So discuss your reason for choosing that country. For higher studies, mention the country's academic reputation, multicultural environment, and opportunities for research and innovation. Something good and fact-based about that country. Second is cultural and academic fit. Explain how you see yourself fitting into that country's society and academic community. Highlight how the diversity of that country will contribute to your growth. Okay, there is 2 sections. You have to divide this paragraph into these 2 sections. Now let's move to a next part, which is our 6th part, why this university and program. Like, you have to write about program fit. Clearly mention why you choose this particular program. Mention specific course, research opportunities or specialization that align with your academic and career goals. And for this, please use your selected program syllabus and mention some subjects and project work from there that you are interested in, that subject that they are offering, something like that. So you are good to go. And second part of this section is faculty and research. If applicable, I would suggest please mention, it's very impactful. Mention specific professors whose work align with your interest and explain why you want to study under his or her guidance. Third part of this section is university resources. Highlight some unique facilities like lab or resources at the university that will aid in your academic growth or achievements. So these are 3 parts of this section, and that's it. You are ready to go and move to our 7th section, which is career goal. So I divide this section into 3 parts, in which you have to discuss your short-term and long-term career goals and how the program will help you to achieve them. By the mean of short-term, I means you have to outline your immediate goals after completing the program. Discuss how program will help you to achieve these goals. For example, I will come back to my home country and I will open my own startup, and this education will help me a lot, and I will show you my example so you will get the better understanding. The long-term vision, describe your long-term aspirations, whether it's contributing to your field study, impacting your home country, or pursuing further research. It could be anything. Long-term could be anything. It could be related to your short-term, or if it's not, don't worry, you can write anything because it's long-term. And third is contributing to society. Mention how you plan to use your education to give back to your community or your country, showcasing a sense of responsibility and purpose. Okay, now last part is our conclusion, and it's very important. I divide this part into 3 sections. First is restate your purpose, like what you did in your introduction paragraph. Summarize your motivation for applying. Secondly, express your enthusiasm, like convey your excitement about the prospect of studying at that university and contributing to its academic community by doing research or anything, but you have to show them that yes, you are excited. And lastly, you have to politely thank to the admission committee for considering your application. So that's it for writing a good SOP. You just need these points. There is also some short video in which I just highlighted these 8 parts and 16 subparts. You will go through that short video. I will give link in the description, and also I will give a sample SOP. And if someone who is switching their field, this is very important for them to consider all the points, because if you are switching your field, you need to explain why, everything in very detail, like why you are switching and why you are interested in that field now and why you are not interested in your previous education. So this, if you go through with the each and every part, you can easily explain them why you are not interested and why you are interested. I will also give you some sample SOP of persons who are switching their field, so you can get a better idea. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.